Just get primitive. Welcome back to my journey of living in a tent on 25 acres while I build a house way out here near the ends of the roads. This week, a lot of my usual setup tasks have been taken care of, and I've had a chance to reflect on where I am and pay a little homage to the timeless spirit of this place. I'm approaching the 2-month mark now in my canvas tent. The snow has all gone, and I have a small window of good weather and no bugs. So this week I had a bit of fun and connected to the ancestral roots of these woods. I built a natural shelter, tried some friction fire, had animal encounters, and had a nice cookout, a primitive cookout, to finish it all off. Daily life is still carried on in the tent, of course. Here's a few snippets of that. Getting a tarp over my wonderful Thunderbox. And I've got some gigs coming up, so I've got to practice for those too. So an annoying part of living out here is dealing with mice. A mouse got into my car. It's like ruined my vent fan, and I got to get my car safety to move out here. I'm still in the process of moving. So I did a live trap and I've got it here. I mean, I've killed plenty of mice. I've been a fisherman, and I've gone hunting. I don't hunt anymore. I've done all this stuff, and I'd just rather not kill things. So I'm giving this mouse a private ride out of here, and I thought I'd film it for some reason. Gonna let it go. There you go, buddy. Get out of here. It's okay. Go on. There you go. All gone. Good stuff. Good luck to you, buddy. So I'm off to look for a quiet clearing to carry out my plans, for working on traditional skills and setting up that shelter. There's quite a few nooks to choose from around here, but I think I found a good one right at this spot. Ah, a clearing, and a small pile of broken rocks ready to be made into a fire pit. And no, I do not have a wheelbarrow here, but it's definitely on the list of things to get. Perfect. It's all bedrock here. No need to dig down. It's a good idea to dig down to prevent roots from catching fire in your fire pit. So, I just started collecting rocks and forming a pit. This is where my little cookout will be. A nice flat rock for my grill to cook a steak on. It will go at one end of the pit. There's a surprising amount of roots here in the moss, so I'm just going to get rid of all that as I go along. Turns out I needed more rocks than I thought, so I actually had to hunt all over the forest for them and carry them back. Most were covered in ants when I flipped them over, but they scattered in a few minutes and it was back to the pit. And repeat. I did manage to find a very cool rock, and it earned a nice spot at the fire pit. I had a bunch of leftover logs from my tent frame setup, so I hauled them all the way back here and started making some tripods. This will be a basic lean-to shelter, using only natural material and of course the nylon rope you see. The frame is going to be supported by 2 freestanding tripods. Those tripods will support a ridgepole, and a decent amount of logs will be piled on that ridgepole to support the spruce boughs, which will act as the barrier against the wind and the rain. This whole area needs to be cleaned up of dead wood and tightly growing trees anyways, so I got right to it. This shelter is going to take a surprising amount of wood to complete. If you've been watching my videos for a while now, you know I've avoided using my chainsaw. Well, that ends here. It was a good 2 months with hand tools only, but today the chainsaw comes out. It's the only way to cut a lot of trees in a short amount of time, especially if you're just on your own like I am here. It's all you really need. I haven't fired this thing up in a few years, but it never has let me down. Works like a charm. On the other hand, there's probably no more annoying sound on the planet, but it's a necessary evil. So, away I go. Now for the ridgepole, and then all the roofing poles. I clean them up with an axe and then lean them on the ridge, nice and snug, tightly together. It was a beautiful day to be at this, nice and breezy and sunny. Some were a bit short, so for those ones I eventually put them on the sides. One by one, the job slowly got done and the frame was finally starting to take shape. Now to cover the roof I've made. There were plenty of spruce and balsam trees in crowded areas or choking out healthy maples, so I opted to cut those ones down. Eventually, I got the brilliant idea to just cut them down and drag them close to where the lean-to was, and I limbed them there, so I didn't have to make a bunch of trips back and forth. But for this, hefty green boughs is what I was after. New gloves. Wore the wrong ones. I was even thinking about it. Better. Much better. So I just shingled all these nice green boughs all over the frame. I started at the bottom and just worked my way up to the top. Well, folks, finally finished this lean-to. Smells like a Christmas tree in here. This setup would be good for like overnight if you had a fire pit right next to your lean-to. But unfortunately, I'm realizing for a proper cookout, this is way too close to my shelter. So I'm gonna have to move this tomorrow. So I thought I would just enjoy this little ambiance I've got here for the moment, but that's gonna have to move. It's too close. This is a giant tinder bundle behind me. But you know, in a pinch, you could sleep right in here, no problem. And if you had a smaller fire pit close by, it would be great. You could totally use this as a shelter here. It's amazing. Right when I'm in here, the wind has totally died down right behind me. It's not totally waterproof because you need like, you know, fingertips to your armpit worth of debris to get it waterproof. This is what I could throw together in like a day. But it's definitely better than nothing, and it's awesome to be in here. The vibe is immaculate right now, as they say. By now you can see that when I think of the wilderness, I don't really think about the ATVs, the dirt bikes, or the snowmobiles. You'll never catch me on one of those things unless it's for work. The reality of a place like this begins when the engines shut off and you become at peace and aware of your surroundings. I did just that on this walk to get water, and I saw something that totally shocked me. But before that happened, I observed all these teeth marks from moose on all these maple trees. They like to eat the green wood in the wintertime as a food source. There are endless signs of them around, and most of them are right near my tent. This spot is my favorite on the entire property. A great view down from the hardwoods towards the river. Someday I'm going to get this drainage stream properly flowing again, but you got to start somewhere. I've now started storing my dishwater in a big old jug I picked up somewhere along the way, so I can have more at camp here. Here's where the moose story comes in. I went down to the river. I'm here just collecting dried grass for a tinder bundle. That tinder bundle is going to get the cookout fire going later on. No gasoline required when you take your time to harvest the age-old materials that just burn. I admired the view here, thinking to myself, wow, this is a great moose habitat. In the summer, they're going to be here for sure. It's a beautiful view, but I could smell something bad in the air. All this moose activity on my brain was kind of leading to this point, I guess. If you're a bit squeamish, you might not want to look at this next part. Wow, it stinks. But there it is. I just happened to walk over the rock here and, you know, some leg meat left on there, some hind quarter. I thought I smelled something dead. I thought it was dead fish, but this is right on the property. You can see I'm out here, and looks like the wolves got a moose. All that to say, I'm not gonna come to this area very much for the next little bit. There are gonna be bears and wolves around that. And it explains why I've been hearing the wolves at night lately. But this is gonna be a hotspot for wildlife. I gotta make a point to come here in the mornings. There's gonna be moose out there for sure grazing, and well, as is evidence behind me, they're out here grazing and the wolves know it. So I'm gonna enjoy this river now for a bit. It's just a beautiful night, my goodness. It wasn't only the moose out here that were sending me messages, if you know what I mean. The wolves were as well. All this area you're seeing right across the road from me, it's a massive expanse of wild, unbroken land. Almost nightly and sometimes daily now, I've been hearing hauntingly beautiful howls from single wolves somewhere out here, and luckily I managed to catch some audio to show you. Well, it's time to get this primitive cookout going. Along the way to my lean-to, I started getting some cedar for my tinder bundle and a nice tree to use as a bow stick for friction fire. But before all that, one annoying task to do still is I had to make my main fire pit smaller and create a different, larger fire pit farther away from my shelter. This fire is going to throw sparks and it's also really breezy out, so I'm just being safe here. Here we go again, cutting up lots of dead hardwood for a good base of coals, which I will need for cooking. And now to build the fire. The idea is to get a fire started from my bow drill kit and place the coal I've created into a tinder bundle and place that flaming tinder bundle inside this. Some other prep I've been doing is making some skewers for roasting veggies. I just cut some green maple branches and peel them. That's the skewer. Plain and simple. And fire time. I am rusty at this skill, but I'm still going to try. This spindle I've carved out of cedar goes into the bowstring. I will work the bow to move the spindle into a fireboard, which is also made of cedar. And if I do it right, I will make a coal to place into this tinder bundle. This is attempt number 1. Nope. I try again. And nothing. This attempt was just slips and squeaks galore. I am rusty at this. And here's my final attempt. Lots of smoke, but lots of details still to dial in. I'll keep at it.
Not this time. Oh, man.
So, I used a trusty old lighter to start the fire. Oh well. And what you know, it was a lot easier than friction fire, but the vibe was off a little bit. Next, I made some tongs. Green wood split down the middle. The key is a long and thin branch. Not like my first attempted ones here. Well, the skewers worked like a charm. I did some other small tasks as well while the fire burned away. Once I got a decent base of coals going at the main fire pit, I took my trusty old metal shovel and brought some coals to my small pit near the lean-to. Less flames and less sparks this way. One end of the fire pit is for roasting the veggies. A few coals is all I need to do the job here. The other end is for heating up that rock to cook the steak. In an ideal world, I would have more time to heat the rock. It was slow, but it did the job. Everything working as it should. Mostly I'm a vegetarian these days, but once in a while, steak is where it's at. And the tongs, they were functional but super clumsy. Something else I need to dial in, I guess.
Ooh. Still good.
Since I've got this whole setup going now, I thought I'd throw in some rocks too. They can be used to boil water, and boil it fast when you pull them out of here. And with all that on the go, I got some white pine needles for tea later.
Finally here. I don't know if you can see. Shish kebabs, skewers, whatever you want to call them, and this pretty rare steak, but it's going to be good. Oh yeah. Get anything hot enough you can cook on it.
View from in here. There's my stuff everywhere. Oh yeah, here we go. Looking pretty good to me. Sort of been working all day for this thing. Oh my God. I've missed steak. I shouldn't eat with my mouth open, eh? Or talk with my mouth full. I've missed steak. That's good. Beautiful. I put salt and pepper on these as well. Nicely roasted, you know. Over the fire. In the shelter. Love it. Love it. Living large. And just to show you in a pinch, this is a great way to boil water. No propane required. With hot rocks. Hot rocks are a good friend in the wilderness. And as you can see, I used a different set of tongs to grab them out of the fire. Smart idea. Cheers. Oh, that feels so good to drink that. Love it. Best things in life are free, aren't they? Sweet shelter, sweet fire, tea from the trees. Can't beat it. So folks, the day has ended. The cookout, the steak, the skewers, the tea. A lovely thing. It's been good to reconnect to the area in the pure sense of the word, or as pure as you can get. Some things kind of were bad that I tried, but so it goes. I'm a bit rusty on my skills, but it's nice to get out here again and do them. I'm just going to enjoy the fire for a while. I have no wind at my back at all. It's beautifully sheltered right here in my little lean-to, and just enjoy the night. White pine tea, by the way. Can't beat it. Earthy and subtle. It's great. It was a good week out here. If you just get your hands a little dirty and slow down, turn off the engines, you can really get a feel for what it means to be out here. It's been great to do that this week, because before I know it, machines will be doing all kinds of work in here as I work on building a house. Till next time, folks. Thanks for watching. And to all my dreamers out there, just go for it.